That's embarrassing.
Night day.
It ain't even close. It haven't been close. I played for the Clippers.
I know.
I played there. And going into the Lakers locker room, you're like, oh, this is some bullshit.
Championship.
Right?
Championship shit.
So, for them not to have that and have the way that home locker room looked from when they was in there showing before the game, you need that. You like, as a feeling walking, so you don't have to walk past that no more. You ain't got to look up there to see them fucking banners no more at your home. Like, so, yeah, it's time, right? It's been time. I'm happy for them. It's their fan base get to have something that they can. We're going to see our team in our arena.
So I was right when I said Clippers with some hopes. Right thing about when your wife coming home, girl, get on up out of here. Take the back door.
Hurry up.
Hurry up. I know that experience.
We did that one.
Go.
Throw the pocket book out the window.
Take this shit. Hurry, you look at
But in all sincerity, my pop played for the Clippers. Used to play in the sports arena back in the day. That shit was miserable. Like, I mean, you go to the games and it really was who was in town. Because if the Bulls, whoever's in town, you're getting fans. You never had an experience like that. So as I'm watching that game last night, I'm just thinking in my head, if I'm a free agent down the road, this is the spot I actually want to play at and come to. I'm in LA, I got a new arena. And compared to Staples
Area now, and the surrounding area now, you go down and all that.
Huntington Beach. This is the first time we ever get to hear people say, I don't have to be a Laker to be cool in LA.
We're not there yet.
You're not there yet. But if you're coming in,
James, Westbrook, PG,
They gotta mix up.
4 LA guys with
They gotta win.
They gotta win.
We talking about now.
They gotta win.
Like that was last year.
They gotta win one. They gotta win one.
Even if you don't gotta win one,
They gotta
it's the look.
They have to win the championship.
Like you remember, like Dallas, they were so advanced than everybody else. When you went in there, you like
It felt good.
And then they win it.
yeah.
And then they win it.
It made
But once they win, like Jerry, Jason Terry's like, shit, hell yeah, I come. Because where he's at, it's a whole different place.
Yeah.
When you're coming in this arena and you're sitting there looking, and you're like,
Technology.
as a hooper, like,
We like
I
bells and
want
whistles.
to feel like I'm important to the city.
We like bells and whistles.
Yeah.
And having your fans acknowledge you and what you're doing, and they coming to see you there, it matters.
I'm spoiled.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my whole.
But a lot of the organizations don't spoil the players for us to
And they
play
couldn't allow
the way we play.
But they wouldn't allow down at
Let me say this, though.
another team's arena.
At Carolina, the reason why we did charter, we did all that.
Very fans.
The reason why, I remember Coach Williams said this, and he's like, the reason why we treat y'all first class is because we want you to play first class. If you don't play first class, we will stop giving you first class treatment. We was at the most expensive restaurants for a pregame meal and all of that. We flew truck, like, this is Carolina, and he wanted to make that an emphasis, like we are Carolina.
Meanwhile, I got other schools flying Southwest.
I just hope
the footers in the exit
the rest of the league looks at it and understands what a home arena is supposed to be like. Right? Like the Knicks, the most powerful fan base, is not so powerful when they're not happy with the team. And I'm like, y'all don't know the power you have. Y'all have the power to build them up. They can be down 20. You start seeing stuff like that. Let's go. Like, no matter what the score, no matter what my day is, you make me feel like I need to fight for y'all. But when you get the booing, it's like, I won't be here.
I'm glad you said that. And it made me think about it. Like, the Clippers ain't never won it. They have had very, very bad years and bad stretches of not being successful. Right? And the fans have never wavered.
They have.
And that's impressive. That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And to the Knicks fans, ain't won nothing in forever neither. Not in the reason, not since a lot of us have been on this earth.
73, I believe.
Right? Since 1973. Sorry, Steve. Oh, he's gone. But, and y'all waver.
Yeah. It's like love
what expectation? So the thing is, it's expectation for the Knicks, right? It's every year. It's delusional Knicks fans that this is just like Cowboys fans.
Yeah, like
it's the same delusion every year, and it ain't never came about. You make a decent run, you're good in the regular season, get to the first round, maybe the second round, and it's wheels fall off.
It's
right, and you waver, and you have no right to waver.
Yeah.
Because y'all ain't won nothing. Y'all ain't been successful to have something to gauge it on. Just like
there's nothing to gauge for you to go against to go against.
Yeah, to go against. Like, if the Lakers have bad years or the Celtics have bad years,
we can.
You like, hey, goddamn, we got 18 of them. Like, what y'all doing to get another? It's like, hey, man, it's been 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Hey, we starting to get that championship bench again. Okay, we gave y'all a little leeway, but these other Knicks, Clippers, that hasn't had that.
So if you date a girl and all you do is take her to Subway, when you take her to Sizzler, she gonna think it's Nobu. I think that's the Clippers got going on right there.
No, but like, I remember when I was Golden State.
Yeah, true story. Been there.
Reality.
This is not Nobu, baby. This is Sizzler.
Like I remember when I was in Golden State, we didn't win nothing.
Yeah, but the fans were still
crazy every day, right? Sacramento, there was no booing the team out of the building no matter what our score was, right?
Warriors.
Right? Like let's say when the bench came in, right? Like, we're down 20, and then the new 5 come in. They're cheering the new 5 like the game just started.
Absolutely.
Right? Like they erased the score, new 5, let's go. Right?
Man.
We done cut the lead from 20 to 16, right? We still down 16. We got a standing ovation at the end. Y'all boys did good. See you next game.
Play well. Play hard.
They started looking at the score that we win. And I remember when the We Believe team was going to playoff, and I told Calvin Booth, I said, watch the Golden State fans. They made it to the playoffs. Watch how crazy them. There's some lunatics over there. Watch how crazy the fans will be for an actual winning team. Then we believe, and then you seen what it looked like.
It was unbelievable in there.
That was the Oakland Coliseum.
But I'm just
saying, that was Oakland fans.
Just like Oakland Raiders fans.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Raiders.
there's power in the fandom.
You step off that BART, though, at the Coliseum, that BART station.
You get your ass whooped.
You get your ass whooped, you get a beer, get a gold chain, but it's turned up.
Montego Cummins damn near got his ass whooped. Going, because he's Eagles. He's from Philly. He had his Eagles jersey. No, you can't know. You play for Golden State. That's great. Get the fuck on out of here. In the wrong section, buddy. Like, damn.
So, we asked the chat, does the Intuit Dome give the Clippers legit home court advantage? 70% said yes. But now let's get into the actual game. But like we pointed out, Clippers probably should have got smacked that game. That crowd had them into it. They had a lead in the fourth quarter. Could have won the game. James Harden had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, but also had 8 turnovers in 40 minutes in the overtime loss. He was 10 for 28 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3. The 28 shot attempts, most for Harden since he was on the Nets in 2021. Harden had a chance to seal the win in regulation, missed a floater at the buzzer. Had a chance to send the game to double OT, fumbled the inbounds pass. Prior to that, he missed a free throw, which could have tied the game as well. But just looking at this Clipper squad now with Kawhi sideline, is James Harden being asked to do too much right now? Or do you think he's embracing going back to...
I like it. Too much. I like the 10 for 28, honestly. 10 to 28 today, 14 for 28 tomorrow. I like 20 for 28 the next day, 2 for 28 another. Hey, as long as he's taking 28 shots, he's really 48. Yeah, boy, out there. Yeah, that double-doubles for sure. He's going to average this year. 20 and 10, easy.
I don't think he's been doing that.
No,
Y'all don't think it was nasty?
I think,
He look forced?
Remember, he's been tamed.
Yeah, he's been compartmentalized.
Yeah, for a while now. And he's realized.
It looked kind of weird.
You used to pass. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not his first game, but I'm telling you, that 10 for 28, if he keep doing it, it's going to look like...
It looked uncomfortable, like he's uncomfortable taking the 28 now. Like he used to be so comfortable doing his thing, and now like when he do his thing, I'm like, it's kind of like, did you stretch before?
Yeah, he ain't done it in a while. probably feels sweet.
Wait. Look slow. Yeah.
And like,
It didn't look
Like I
the same.
said before, right?
It didn't look
He
sharp.
was saying he's average 30, and I was like, it's gonna be
Tough
no,
30.
So my exact words were, this league has gotten younger,
Yeah.
more athletic,
Yeah.
and faster at that position. Right? The position that he's playing as the point. He's the point guard. I don't see that get by him, right? He's a hell of a shooter. That way he's gonna have to rely on that more than to get by people. So to that, I'm thinking he's playing off the ball more because you need to score.
Yeah.
And him exerting that much energy on the ball, trying to do his thing, and get other people involved while Kawhi's out, I think it's a big ask right now.
I know, I was thinking the same thing, like, why do you need to have 8 assists?
Yeah, like,
Maybe 3.
I don't think he should do it. Yeah, he should have. Yeah,
Like that.
so if that's what it's gonna be. If that's what it's gonna be, yeah.
That's quite helpful.
But then who else besides Kevin Porter? See, they go get their own shot.
And even Kevin's
Norman Powell
can get his bucket.
But yes, but it's not.
Yes.
That's it.
I know what you're saying.
Maybe if
But you know, T-Man, but you know this gonna be though. I'm talking about when you really need one, you like,
yo, go get us some
Go
more.
get-
Go get one.
Okay.
Kevin can go get you.
Like, I'm trying to figure out who
Kevin Porter Jr. is the best.
needs him to create for them, right?
He's the only one can go, but he just ain't.
I like Amir Coffee too. I like
coffee.
He's doing
Porter
it.
Jr. Porter Jr. got the engine, but he just ain't got the fit. Like, if he can finish that thing,
It's there, bro.
if he can finish that thing,
He ain't been out there.
Kevin Porter, no.
he's trying to get this cobwebs out. But I see that in him. I see he's trying to be assertive. He's trying to make things happen. But James just don't look.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna more rely on his shot.
Well, they got Kai Jones. They got a young.
Watching that game.
Like they were really defending last night.
And I think that's what Terry Quinn said.
Yeah,
They were
guys were guarding.
Yeah, defensively, he's one of the best squads he's seen.
Yeah.
We had talked previously about them potentially being in the lottery, not being a playoff team, but just watching that game last night with that young crew, even without Kawhi, obviously going to be a struggle, but you get your second team All-NBA player back.
You got that Gundy over there.
But I'll tell you what Keely was saying though.
You know what's so funny? I'm pretty sure he wish he could rewind everything back.
What, 2 years?
Bomber.
Obama. Oh, they asking.
They asked
I know they. He's gonna say political.
Yeah, he gonna say political stuff.
No, what I'm saying is, when you look at the group, right? And let's say if you remove Harden and you remove Kawhi right now, you have a young, solid team. It's like the old Clippers, right? Very exciting, gonna get up and down, gonna play hard. You got a team that can damn near pick up full court and and pull out some wins, right? It can be Houston, like at the end of the season,
100%.
not quite OKC yet, where they're dialed in like that. You got a really young team.
Orlando, like Orlando kinda.
Yeah, like if they make the playoffs, you're gonna be like, okay, this is be a watch. They can take it the game. They might win every home game, maybe lose every road game. This is the squad right now that you can kind of play with for a while.
And
You ain't gotta spend no big money on them.
But that was my point earlier. Like, if I'm a free agent down the road next couple of years, you're giving the Clippers a legitimate look. It's not that Staples Center feel anymore where you got to play second fiddle. You come into a spot, newest arena in the league.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Turns up crowd, Inglewood.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
So I'm excited for them. I wanna,
The thing is, they got a lot of like-size guys. They were switching a lot. They was making it tough. Like in the first quarter, I think 4 or 5 different guards guarded KD in the first quarter. So yeah, no, they got some pieces. But like I said, it's either going to be James going to become that scorer and not that facilitator, or he's going to have to be. I think it's going to have to be one of the other. He's going to have to average the 19 to 20 and 10, 11 assists, or he's going to have to average 26 and 5 assists.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be
But
I don't think it's right.
I think he's gonna. But if you look at this team, like he can walk. He's gonna walk into it. He has more talent than he had on some of those Houston Rocket teams.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when he do pick and roll with Kai Jones, it's live.
Like
But a lot of them will compel at the rim. A lot of them getting by somebody.
That's Kai for sure.
That's
Kai.
It just all depends on how you use
Even
it.
Zubac was like that.
He likes Zubac
Because it's a bigger body.
and he catches the ball.
Yeah.
He catches the bounce passes. He catches all the little things.
Now you got Kai Jones as a
Yeah.
lob threat.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time before everyone gets in sync.
Well, I'm looking at the
They're
game.
gonna be looking at Kawhi like, you're gonna just say the whole year. They ain't no point.
I'm looking at the game from an analytical perspective, though. Like, all right, we watched Phoenix play yesterday, right? And it looked like to me Booker and KD are having trouble getting by those guys. Like they really they really
Young.
roasted. Yeah, like I was saying, like I'm going back to what you were saying about the point guards in this league now. James doesn't have an advantage anymore. Remember how an advantage set you apart as an elite player? KD had an advantage. I can shoot, I'm 7 foot. James Harden, I got this step back, I got a flame, and I can get by you and dunk on you. And I draw fouls. Everybody had an advantage. Now that we're getting older, the advantages disappear, and it's like, all right, how are you going to affect the game? So it's like, at this point, I'm watching the game from looking at, all right, they depended on Grayson Allen to shoot a lot of threes this year. Devin Booker had a hard time getting off. Bradley Beal played well, made good shots when he needed to, but overall, I looked at the Clippers and was like, man, if they did have their other superstar, it would have been a game. But in this league, you can't win with just 2 superstars no more. You gotta have a 3-headed monster. So even if you do play well with the 1 guy or the 2 guys, you're still gonna come up short because it's gonna be that X factor on the other team that brought them, three different categories of scoring, defense, whatever it is.
Even with that 3-headed monster, though, it's still going to be tough to get wins in this league this year, like the Suns saw last night. So with Devin Booker on the bench after fouling out a little over a minute remaining in the 4th quarter, y'all over here.
You're right, though.
with Devin Booker fouling a little
What's
bit
up, Pretty?
over a minute remaining in the 4th quarter, Kevin Durant forced overtime with this clutch bucket with 21 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. I think we got the bucket for y'all to check out. Once Gil get out his text, but like you said, Shaq, KD's being able over 2 defenders still get a bucket.
That was tough.
Tied the game. We'll watch one more time.
That's what you gotta go to when you go older. You gotta get
Because that young kid don't know how to guard that.
And the thing is, who knows going to put him in positions that he ain't going to have to do too much, I think.
So Suns trailed by as much as 10 points in the 4th quarter for finally locking in, getting the win. How impressed were you by the Suns winning game 1 on the road in a hostile environment like the Intuit Dome? Never thought we would say that, but here we are.
I mean, they should have though. The Clippers they ain't got nobody right now, so they should have won that game.
Oh, definitely should have won it, but for me it was, like I said, watching that game, just the energy, especially that second half, it was like, all right, man, this.
Coming back in the 4th, that then it was a playoff.
That was a real good game.
And that's what it felt like watching.
So coming back, it was more of, what you say, what advantage that, James had is the same thing KD has right now, wisdom.
Yeah.
Right? Knowing that he can get to a spot, they ain't played the game long enough to know where he really wants to get to. At this point, these guys are just got to use, up here more than the legs itself, and that's where KD, I'm just going to get to my spot, I'm not going to play with you, and
We'll talk a little bit about this Tyus Jones. 11 points, 8 assists, 0 turnovers in the game. Most assists for some player in their debut without a turnover since the merger. We had talked about the Suns earlier this week. You said his assist numbers probably go down, like he's 6 consecutive seasons with their best assist to turnover ratio.
yeah. Go ahead.
They wouldn't give Frank a point guard.
Dirty Frank is
Bud?
Coach Bud.
Coach Bud comes in, they give Coach Bud a point guard. Because Coach Bud knows we can't get these guys the ball without a point guard. We cannot get these guys the ball with one of them having the ball as a point guard. They all want to score, they all want to move. We need a point guard that can get them the ball, that knows how to play point guard, and ain't gonna get no turnovers.
Wait, was Frank's team bigger? Like, KD was the actual 3, right? So did they have a real 4 and a 5?
They had
started.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like this one, they have the pure points, so that means KD has to be the full.
Yeah, KD was the 4 because Grayson started.
Grayson Allen, Booker, KD,
Bill.
Grayson. So Bill was the
Bill, Nurk, but obviously they
also Grayson Allen was a 3.
2,
2, Bill
3,
3,
KD 4, KD 4, Nurk at the 5.
Okay.
Bill at the 1.
So they basically
Grayson Allen, Bill,
so they
Booker,
just switched Grayson Allen for.
Yes.
All right, y'all, let Grayson come off.
Yeah, it was just better. Way better.
So, most definitely.
Yeah, no, they gonna be just. I like the way Phoenix looked. I like the way the Clippers look. The fact that, like Rashad said, they got a real point guard now. Yeah, I was questioning his involvement with the ball in his hand, but after seeing one game, it's only gonna get better. The Suns, that is, will benefit from his decision making. And like Rashad said again, he's not turning the ball over, so you're going to get a quality shot every time the ball is in his hand. So yeah, no, shout out to the front office, man, James Jones, them for
How much of a threat are they?
No.
I don't know yet.
I think they're bigger.
Because they still got to stop the ball. Still got to
I think it's a bigger threat than what I've seen it was before. Like, yeah, they got to still play some defense. But I think now when you talk about the maximizing the roster and the skill sets on the roster, a point guard that passes the ball doesn't.
Top 4 in the West this year?
They're moving the top 5.
Yeah,
I just feel like they didn't do enough to move.
it's the opportunity. I mean, it's just how we see it. I mean, you can really tell everybody's potential 10 games in. To see, like, okay, like I can see glimpses and I can see faults and I can see what's potentially coming.
Yeah, and after one game, I see the Clippers going to rely on defense. The Clippers going to get out.
Yeah.
They going to get out there your defense.
They should pick up
Three-quarter court, full run, trap. Yeah.
They going to cause some havoc.
Yeah.
And the fact that they got Van Gundy over there on that sideline is...
So we will see how both teams fare for the...
I was happy. That warmed my soul to see him on that staff, right?
Yeah.
Because that basketball mind, and I enjoy... I don't like listening to a lot of people do basketball games. I enjoy listening to Van Gundy do basketball games. Both of them, actually. Both of them.
I like saying, like, when you listen to Stan, like...
I'm a Jeff Van Gundy fan while he's doing games, right? Because he is as honest as you're going to get, and Stan is as well. They're honest.
You just don't want it at the coach part, where it's you the player. If you're the assistant coach, you're like, okay. You watch it as a fan, like, he's honest. You just don't want to be on the other side of that. You're playing like shit, son. Sit down. And it's fun for you. Went over the phone. Talking to him. I know I'm 0-7. God damn. Tell me have a seat. Usually they say, you shoot and get in here.
Just go ahead and stand. We went over the play. I know what everything's going. We went over the play. It's on the board. I just still fucked up.
Why you didn't get that block? I was getting you Superman. You supposed to get it off.
Well,
You Superman do. Get it off. He right there.
Oh, I've been there.
Let's keep this thing moving. You already know Underdog got you covered with a new special every day in October. To celebrate the start of the new NBA season, apply a 20% profit boost token to every NBA-only entry you make from now until October 27th. Check your lottery for the unlimited NBA profit boost tokens. Head over to the Underdog app. Use promo code GIL to get $1,000 of bonus cash and a new promo every day this month. So we talked about Stephen A. Smith earlier in the show. He said some things today that we need to address as well. So Kawhi Leonard's status for the season is still uncertain as he's out indefinitely while rehabbing his knee. On First Take today, Stephen A. offered these thoughts on Kawhi and where he stands among superstars in the history of sports.
He is a superstar when he is healthy. On the basketball court, easily, as far as I'm concerned, top 5 player on the planet. That's why superstar is appropriate when it comes to talking about his skill set. I can make a legitimate argument that Kawhi Leonard is the worst superstar in the history of any sport. You can't have somebody like that and it's beneficial, who's going to miss work half the time and does absolutely nothing to promote your product or your brand. He is a poster child a star in any sport. Period. And I mean it.
Shit.
And I seen him in the arena last night, him and his uncle and everybody else. I told him in their face. The worst. The worst.
So, Kawhi, second team All-NBA last season, won 2 chips, 2 finals MVPs in his career, 6-time All-NBA selection, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time All-Defensive Team selection. So,
Yeah, you can read all that. That's it.
what do you think about Stephen A. saying he can make an argument that Kawhi is the worst superstar in any sport ever?
I think,
No, that's Cat. I call Cat.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can call him though.
I might have some room. Saying Kawhi. Damn, I might have some room because
We have the bag on it.
that's nasty work right there. Like,
Scott pointed out you weren't able to get the skeleton fully into the body, but then the angle and the shades, I had to let him out for you a little bit.
yeah, no, I don't want to zip it up. We ain't done yet.
We're done yet.
We're done yet. Kawhi might be able to fit in there though. That was.
So there are
Russell Wilson.
two type of bad superstars, right? There's the ones who we consider fuck ups. As a superstar, you're like, damn. And then you have what he is speaking of in regards to no one knows you. No one knows what you like, what you do, where you go, who you like. You don't speak on things, you don't promote things, you don't advertise your own brand that you have, like you do nothing but work on your game, which is nothing wrong with that.
He's a fun guy though.
But yes, that is, and but
He inherited the superstar status when he just wanted to be a basketball player.
That's it.
yeah.
Spurs.
Right? He
Yes.
just wanted to be a basketball.
Yeah, that's when he did it.
The
Finals MVP.
When they named him a Finals MVP twice.
But it's the first.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
They,
the first, but
they gave him the Finals MVP, right? And then gave it again.
Oh.
And then you put this superstar tag on it. And that is not his personality, right? He's just a quiet dude that comes to work, that goes home. He don't want to mingle with you. He don't want to sign no autograph. He don't want to take the picture. He don't want to kiss the baby, right? So now he has this tag. You got to pay the tag. You're like, hey, Kawhi, we got an event for the sponsors, and we got to do this. You're like, oh, no, I'm being in the gym. And you're like, okay.
We ain't got our best player. Our best player don't want to do it.
I got a question.
He's not the dude that's going to be at the...
What you just said. So I think I know the answer to this because of the organization. Tim Duncan, right? Was pretty much that,
See? Yeah.
but the kissing the babies and those things, he did in San Antonio.
Yes.
So, not as bad as Kawhi in that regard.
When he came in as a star,
Yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
So,
But have y'all heard that about
Twice,
Kawhi?
solid.
I think he'll engage with fans and do all that stuff, but I mean, I feel in the big.
I mean, even in
But
the
it's still dry.
at the parade, that was funny.
It is,
Like,
but
that
it's
was-
still like, if you know him, he has a personality, right? If he's intimate, if you know Kawhi on an intimate basis where you outside of the game and in a private setting, he's a different person. But if he's not going around just handing out smiles and how you doings and thank yous for no reason, like, which there's nothing wrong with that. But in the world that we live in today, it doesn't allow him to be himself. Meaning social media. And people having access to you and your life and the things that you do. He doesn't allow that. He doesn't have that. He doesn't. So now it's like, well, shit, who is he? What does he do? Now he's not marketable. Now he's not this thing. Now he's considered in Stephen A's mind a horrible superstar. And it could go in different ways to how you treat the fans, how you... Pretty sure he's not an asshole to the fans. I've been around superstars with assholes.
Yeah.
Been around.
Throwing them through windows.
kind of shit. Like, treat fans horrible, and I tell you, damn, you know, you're a horrible fucking superstar. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Tell it to your face. You're a horrible fucking superstar. I don't know why people like your ass. Right?
Well, I don't know why nobody
I don't know why nobody like you. If they knew what I know about you. You're a good dude, but you're horrible fucking. But, yeah, it's...
I got to piggyback on the inherit. He inherited something that he didn't ask for.
Yeah.
Right? You think about Kawhi Leonard in college. Kawhi Leonard was the dude at the front of the press. He's the dude you put in the front of the full court press. Go get him. Let's go. I'm the defensive guy. I'm in the front. Trap. Wasn't the leading scorer in the nation or none of that. He was the energy guy. He got to San Antonio. He's a great asset, great size, great big hands, and solid guy, great defender. You inherited something that you had never thought that you could get. So imagine your preparation in college to inherit something that you become an MVP, and it's like, yeah, I'm here. You didn't ask for that. You didn't ask for the injuries. You didn't ask for the expectations. But now it's all here in front of your face, and now you got Stephen A. Smith at your front door. Like, you're the worst. Now remember, we just got off of me putting him in the bag for some shit he just did. So now he back at it, doing some shit like, you let us do this. Let us do this. You saying this to him as not a player, it's tough.
Now because all the players are under.
I'm gonna let you keep going. I'm gonna let you finish your statement. But the key word in that statement is what people, it's like you said, Joe, Nikola is the worst three-time MVP, right?
You have to.
But he's a superstar, right? The key word in that
It's
so get it.
So he's not saying
He's
just
not
regular
player. He's not. Superstar is what. So there's only a select few guys that fit into this box that Stephen is speaking of. So when you look at the guys that's in this box with him,
He's right.
yeah, signature shoe, two-time this, two-time championship.
His personality. So his personality is a second option type of guy.
Yeah.
Right? It's let's say Clay.
Third option.
Know what I'm saying? He's Clay personality, right? Now imagine if Clay had to be the forefront of selling your product.
Yeah.
Right?
It's kind of awkward.
It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be hard. Those guys just go to work, go home, right? He has to print.
Like Michael Jackson, like,
What I'm saying is he has to be he got the president name.
Yeah.
But he's a vice president.
The vice president personality. Yeah.
When you're the superstar is Trump,
Yeah.
right? Who was the vice president when Trump first ran? Mike. That's how Kawhi is. We don't even know.
I don't even know why you.
We don't see, but because the superstar is the one who sells you on tickets. He sells you on the game. He's the one like Shaquille O'Neal. Right? You have that type of superstar where you're loving and you have that personality, Ant-Man, right? Or you can be the Kobe, right? The serious guy. He still knows how to interact with the game inside. There's a game inside the game. And then there's some guys who don't want to play it, but they never usually get the responsibility of having to play the game within the game.
Yep.
Right? And then that's Kawhi. He got the end game inside the game, and he's like, what time is the game, though?
Yeah.
Like, I know we got to understand. I understand what you're saying, but what time is the game, and what time do you need me to be at practice and do what I do?
So you guys agree with what he said?
Yes. For a superstar, because you gotta look at the superstar, right?
It's the personality. It's the selling the game. Like when he's talking, it's not the numbers. This has nothing to do with basketball.
Jimmy, it's the Steph Diz, it's
And we compare.
Right. Think about when Steph started becoming a star.
Compare him to Steph.
like this.
And he's quiet. Steph is quiet.
And they not with Nike.
But
I'm saying Steph with Under Armour, he with New Balance, they with a
Compared to
not so big of a brand, so to speak, as Nike and Adidas. But when it gets Steph make a game, Steph can make a game winner, you know he made a game winner. Kawhi can make a game winner.
Kawhi made it.
Kawhi made the game.
Your man for Kawhi made the game.
Kawhi made the game.
When that bounced in, he was.
Never, but I mean, that's the only time.
That was
the only emotion. Other than that, Steph is gonna.
Championship, the ha. Like,
That's two.
That's two.
The key is like this.
Bounce.
Like we watched Caitlin Clark, right?
Yeah.
What did she do? What did she do at the end of the game is what a superstar's supposed to do. What did she do? We're on the road. She's on the road. What did she do in that arena? She left her locker room, right? Went all the way to the opposing fans, way to the Sparks fans. They clapped there. Yeah, gave her signing autographs, taking pictures.
Embraced the superstar.
That she embraced. That's what the superstar did.
And the other person that fits what Stephen A is saying is Nicole.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Right?
trying. He's trying so bad.
He's trying.
He's
Right?
trying.
He is trying. But Kawhi ain't even trying.
Why did he try?
He ain't even tried to give people a glimpse of who he might be as a person, right? Any personality. Nicole's showing some personality in his birthday.
In commercials, like, yeah, you
The
know,
whole Minions and Groot thing, like, that shit is hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. He trying.
Because somebody said that he looked like, oh shit, now that's
start dressing like them.
So it's that, right? You can say whatever to Kawhi. Kawhi, you ain't seen with the laugh. He could have capitalized on that. It could have been like it could have been multiple things off of it. Just
But that's shoe company too, because back in the day, the superstar who didn't have the superstar personality, Penny Hardaway. But Nike was smart enough to understand we can create his personality. We created an alter ego, which was Spike Lee, in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? So that became the superstar outside of the game. Right? You still need to have, you still have to be liked outside of the game for you to be a whole global, like with John Morant, right?
Yeah, you're right.
John Morant dancing with the kids, you can see him like that's what it is. And you know,
resonates.
This is what I gotta say about the Stephen A. Smith thing, though. You see how he just said it? He didn't say someone text me and said this. This is how I feel. This is how I feel.
yeah.
That's how he should have did it before.
Well,
This is how I feel. I feel like
At
Jalen.
that time, he said, I don't feel like this, but this is what's
yeah, see, unless someone said to me and said, this man feel like this, but I don't, right?
Because he didn't want to subject himself to that type of scrutiny for Jalen Brown personally.
But
But now he want to do it for Kawhi. This is the direct.
No, but what I'm saying, then you gotta, then this is devil's advocate. Then you gotta now take that text could be somebody for real.
So
He's willing to sit on.
did he say that?
He said this person, I don't feel this way.
Okay, I'm
He
jumping.
did say that. He said, I don't agree.
I don't agree or I don't feel it. So this.
He said
But I don't agree.
he didn't agree with that. He just
But
put
he
it out
said
there.
3 other people
I
had
know he
called him
said
after
something
that.
of the sort. I'm just making sure that I heard it correctly.
But that's what I said. This was supportive of Jalen Brown. Yeah, this one he
I
feels.
like
That's
Jalen.
why I feel.
Yeah, that's how he
Sure.
feels.
Okay, cool. So he thinks Jalen is marketable. Jalen should be this and that. So I get it.
And if you're saying basically that's Kawhi's responsibility once you get elevated. But or can I just say, I want to win games, I want to win chips, I want to
It's
You
still
can have a team around you, but if you're not willing to,
you know,
I'm talking about his marketing.
that's what I'm saying.
But if
Yeah, absolutely.
100% his team. It's on his team.
It's
no, I still got it. You still got like I mean there's ways.
marketing team should fire him then.
No.
Because we
Know
can't
what I'm
do
saying?
nothing.
Does he
We
have
can't
a
do nothing
marketing?
with it. I'm just saying, whoever his agency, whatever,
Does he have marketing?
we can't do nothing with
He
it.
has to.
But
But at this point,
No, he don't.
What?
the funny part is,
Does he have a marketing?
let it. If we was his marketing group, because we're so creative and outside the box to know how to make him pop, right? Any agency he hires, they're not gonna.
Well, then I'm blaming
They're gonna be so by the book that they're not gonna know. For him, you gotta go the opposite.
This is gonna come off crazy, but
blaming them.
the fact not shit on the fact that he has a signature shoe,
We don't even know.
but the signature shoe, the company,
This company.
it fits.
yeah, bland.
Yeah.
It's like I hate to, but it fits.
It's bland.
New Balance.
It's a walking shoe.
It's a comfortable walking.
It's bland as hell.
Right? Yeah, right. It's a comfortable walk. So therefore, it fits the person person and the personality.
And it's always been bland. It ain't like it's something new. New Balance has been New Balance.
I wouldn't have stopped the basketball shoe.
If somebody wears some popping New Balance, you're gonna be like,
But think,
oh damn.
They did for Rich Paul.
He got a lifestyle shoe too.
but think about the superstars that we grew up on, right?
So
Magic.
that's my first time hearing that. And I'm in the shoes.
What?
That he has the
I like
lifestyle shoe.
He did a collab.
I've never heard it.
Was Bird considered a bland?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But they were able to cover that.
But they think about
They paired him with the guy that smiled.
So he didn't have
The guy that had that glaring smile, it brought his personality out. It brought Larry Bird's personality out. They put somebody who he was comfortable being around, who he had an intimate relationship with.
And that's why when you think about one, you think about the other because you put them together.
And they both,
But that was an NBA thing.
the yin and yang.
That was the thing.
And it was Converse.
And the Converse.
It was Converse.
They both Converse.
Going with the NBA combined, how can we market Larry Bird as well? Because we need
Larry Bird is going to be the drip.
Larry Bird want to shoot jump shots.
Magic smile too much. Larry don't smile at all. Put them together. It's a perfect match.
Got it. Perfect. Ebony and Hyper go together in perfect harmony. But we asked the chat, is Kawhi the worst superstar in sports? 57% said no. So let's keep it moving. There were 10 games around the league last night, but we got to show some love to a few guys that balled out with hibachi time. There it is. Let it sizzle. So we're going to start this hibachi time with another superstar. After serving a 25-game suspension and only playing in 9 games before undergoing season-ending shoulder surgery, John Moran is looking to return to the superstar level on the court. And in the Grizzlies season opener on the road against the Jazz, he gave a preview of what's to come this season. So, John did his thing, dropping 22 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, a slew of highlights. Oh,
You said 22, 10, and 5?
Good defense, George.
22, 10, and 5.
That's good defense. Good defense.
And 1.
Yes.
Gave you some vintage job. Gave you some line Grizzlies up there.
Jelly. Come here. Come here. Oh, what you doing?
Considering the win with this clutch bucket. So 7 for 12 from the field, 8 for 9 from the line. We got to give Santi Aldama some love too. He started in place of Jaren Jackson Jr., who injured his hamstring first day of training camp. Expected to make his debut as early as this Saturday for the Grizz home opener. But Aldama led the Grizz with 27 points in the game. Desmond Bain added 24 points. After all the struggles they had last season, different lineups, guys on two-way contracts getting major minutes. What's the Grizzlies' ceiling if Ja can stay healthy this season?
I know how I feel.
12 back.
I'll say this. Aldama came on strong last year at the end of the season. He showed he can be very effective as a big, stretch big. Edie only playing 15 minutes, 5 and 5.
I think he fouled out of the game.
Solid. I think they'll learn to use him more effectively once Jaren Jackson comes back. But overall, I think the three-head monster plus the 2, Edie and Jaren Jackson, they got a good chance of making at least 8-7. I think they can push to make the playoffs for sure.
So playing game?
Yeah, they can get to the playoffs.
Playing game, the 7 playing game or the 10? Which way?
1-7. I think they're good enough that they compete. And then if Ja catches stride,
Which he will, if
and
he
then
stay healthy.
Bain had 24, right?
Remember how that motherfucker, man, you be looking at him like, you know what? You know what? It's like, you know what? Like you look at him like, yeah, man.
But he got
It's hard for you to somebody an NBA player. I can say that for damn sure. But he's solid,
bro. He got game. I like it.
Yeah.
He's just small.
That's what I'm saying. He's compact.
He's small.
Right? And you just be like, but when you just when Ja was playing, didn't Ja give him his trophy?
Yeah.
Right?
Most improved.
Most improved, right? He was killing. Ja was gone. He held the team up as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right? And then whenever Ja's there, it's not like his production just drops. He still does what he do. Like,
Grizz got
he needs more love, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes that's gonna make a lot of money, but his name has never been ringing.
All right.
Because he just consistently there.
It's like McCullough. CJ. Solid too. Very fundamentally sound. Hit shots. Be where you need him to be. And I think he can take over a game in the
But he's solid,
bro. He got game. I like it.
Yeah.
He's just small.
That's what I'm saying. He's compact.
He's small.
Right? And you just be like, but when you just when Ja was playing, didn't Ja give him his trophy?
Yeah.
Right?
Most improved.
Most improved, right? He was killing. Ja was gone. He held the team up as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right? And then whenever Ja's there, it's not like his production just drops. He still does what he do. Like,
Grizz got
he needs more love, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes that's gonna make a lot of money, but his name has never been ringing.
All right.
Because he just consistently there.
It's like McCullough. CJ. Solid too. Very fundamentally sound. Hit shots. Be where you need him to be. And I think he can take over a game in the clutch. Like last 3 minutes. Ja out there, he needed. There you go, bang again. I like the Grizz, man. Like I said, yeah, I'm a fan. Ja is gonna be my new. I'm choosing a new 3. Ja's one of them. Cam Whitmore. Ja.
Do you think Ja can make the All-Star game?
Yeah. All-Star game is his.
You think he's
He
shaking
messed
off
that up.
kind of that negative cloud that was over from last season and got a clean slate?
So if he's healthy and they like what, 6?
Yeah.
5.
7, 6.
I mean, squad.
Most 8. They can guard. I mean, they can.
It's guard heavy, but it's supposed to be. What I'm saying, it's supposed to be positionless.
Yeah.
So when they say positionless, at some point, it should be a lot of guards at some point then, right? I mean, if we see a center in there and he is,
You got Lucas, not Nikola.
if he's not Nikola, and you sit here like, wait, hold on, I know 3 dudes averaging 30 right now, they're not in. That's not called positionless.
Right.
Positionless means I could have possibly 5 point or 6 point guards out there, right?
It's only a few bigs that you
There's only a few bigs that are all-star good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, when we look at your all-NBA, and if 3 of them are in the East Coast, that means there should be not one guard that don't make the all-star game.
So I hear you in the West. You're talking about
You got Anthony Davis, Sabonis,
the Joker.
Nikola,
That's it.
and
Sabonis is a question mark.
Yeah, he's a definite question. A big question.
But if
He having too much trouble.
No, he is, but statistically he is. But I'm talking about just as far as you talk talent. You say AD's supposed to be there, Joker supposed to be there. You throw Sabonis in there.
If the Kings are good this year.
Even if we're talking about his positionless though, he's saying like, if you're gonna give Sabonis an All-Star nod over Steph Curry,
But see,
even if his numbers
what
are
I'm
great,
saying is he's gonna always be there because he's gonna lead the league damn near probably in triple doubles made, right? So he's gonna have.
but
the Kings are going to be, in theory, a much better team this season compared to last year, so they may be in the running for that top 3, top 5 in the West.
So do you give Sabonis the nod? Do you give Sabonis the nod because he had the most triple doubles? Let's say those triple doubles are 10, 10s, and 10s, right? But then you got De'Aaron Fox averaging 28 and 7. Who gets the All-Star nod?
28 and 7.
And we're talking positionless. And we're talking about positionless, right? So
20, 10, 10.
leading the league in triple doubles though.
Oh, 20, 10, and 10?
No, I'm just saying like 13, and
11. So like 10. 13, 11?
yes. And he's supposed to be he's getting the All-Star nod over De'Aaron Fox. 28-7. Well, you got to, right? But so that's positionless. If you had to put a center in, you would throw Sabonis in. But if not, you got to throw De'Aaron.
I think there needs to be a time where the All-Star game has to reflect the 24 best players in the NBA. At that time. That means that the record does not matter. It's the best.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a guy sitting on the last team, but he's averaging 32 and 5 and 5. Like, and he didn't get voted in. He is one of the best players in the NBA. Right? All NBA is where your team record counts. You can't use the All NBA metrics on NBA on the Western name. So the best team gets 3 players, and the third option is averaging 18 and 10 or 18 and 4, and there's a guy that got snubbed with 32.
But shouldn't all NBA reflect that too, though? I'm just saying, if you got a guy saying he's on the worst team in the league, you take somebody like Wemby, like what he's doing. If the Spurs are still nasty, but he's killing, and it's literally not because of me. Like we might only have 30 wins. I'm not playing. We have 5 wins. Like,
and that's the thing. The thing is the best. It's supposed to be the best players, not. There should never be a moment where we question, like, wait, hold on. That should never happen. Right? If you stick by the principles of the best players, you would never have somebody look at him and say, who is this? How did he make the All-Star game? Oh, his team's number 1. Great. He's a second option. So it's easy to do it this way, right? You start off the list with 30 teams, right? And then you take the best player on all 30 teams, right? You put them first, right? And then you take some of the second options, you put them second, and then you go with that, right? There should be never a third option unless he's just that dude.
Guess where they do that?
You know what I mean? There should never be a third option thinking about making an All-Star game.
Where? Overseas.
What?
They pick the best players throughout the league.
Well, it don't matter about the record.
Don't matter about none of that.
Like, I don't want
Everybody that you played in the league, you know who the best player on their team is. Oh, that's that guy. He killing. He in the All-Star game, for sure.
I don't mean to throw him under the bus. But fucking Cal Corver. There's no way ever in no basketball league that he would have ever been top 24. Ever. I don't care how many people was injured that season. He would have never been top 24. Right? If they say, oh, hey, all number 1 options, you don't play the first half of the season. He would never be top 24. He was never a number 2, 3 option on his team for him to even be in the position to make it. Now, those are the mistakes you make in the NBA, where you got somebody he's on the bad team, and he's out here working 110%, 120% just to keep up with the rest of the field. Right? They be thinking that who was in last place, like Detroit. Y'all acting like Cade Cunningham was out here going 20%.
Yeah.
He has to go 150 to lose games. They can't penalize him because the fucking team sucks and they're too young. He's doing his part. You know what I mean? He's going 120. He's taking double teams. He got, this nigga, it's not like he can say, all right, I'm going to take the ball out. Pass to myself. All right? I'm going to step home screen. Like, he can't do that. He still got to rely on us before myself. Right? So you're penalizing a guy who's going 150% to keep up with the rest of the field, and you're putting a guy who's being carried by 2 other players, and you're giving him someone else's badge. I don't like that. I just don't like that concept.
Play good last night too.
Yeah, of course. Detroit gonna be alright. It's in a situation where, you know what I mean? They're gonna be better. They're gonna be better.
I'd be better.
But I'm just saying, but the same last, like, against Indiana, I was like, okay. Like,
They lost?
yeah, they lost me.
Yeah.
but hey,
But the game, though, the way they was playing.
I like Big Shop over there. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
It's gonna take some time for them.
Implement structure.
the league is exciting now. You know, I wasn't as high on it before it started, but just watching all these games, kind of back in that mood, back in that feeling. But let's get back to the Grizzlies for a second. obviously they were terrible last year, dealt with injury, but gave a lot of young guys an opportunity to get some reps, to flourish. Talk about a guy like Scottie Pippen Jr., King, I know you were a fan of, ended up getting his contract converted to a deal once Derrick Rose retired, but Grizz right now don't have Jerry Jackson Jr., don't have G.G. Jackson. Luke Kennard's still out. This to me feels like a squad that if Ja's playing at the level that we know Ja can play at, they're only a couple years removed from being second, third Western Conference, on his I'm fine in the West comments and all that stuff. Do you feel like the Grizz could be a top 5 team in this Western Conference when they're at full strength?
Full strength for sure. Oh yeah. The job playing the way he gonna be playing, yeah.
And I think the crazy part about the West is we say that, but I ask you if they could be a top 5 team. There's about 9 teams.
They could be top 5.
You wouldn't be surprised if they were in that mix.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be surprised.
I think they're better than Phoenix.
Because he brings a certain element of excitement.
Mr. B is here.
I think they'll finish higher than Phoenix.
He raised everybody else's play. So,
Mr. B, the Memphis Grizzlies will finish higher than the Phoenix Suns this year in your opinion.
If John's healthy and they're healthy, yeah. It's for revenge here for John.
I know, but you know, it was Utah when they played with.
I know. And they still barely won.
It better be Utah.
But that,
Utah.
And
playing
the Suns barely beat the Clippers.
The Clippers are like,
They barely beat the Clippers worse than them.
yeah,
How much, if the Clippers play Utah right now, how much you think the Clippers gonna win by?
they're not gonna win.
I don't think the Clippers
I don't
can win
think
at
they're
all.
gonna win.
I don't think
they're gonna win that game, bro.
Yeah.
Marketing, what's his name? Kessler.
Clippers ain't beating the Jazz in Utah. Why gotta be in Utah? Whatever.
Why gotta be in Utah?
you don't give the Grizzlies any credit for going to Salt Lake City, that dry ass Salt Lake City here.
No, for sure. They started all over the West Coast.
The altitude, the first game in Utah.
They got 2 games on the road. Yeah, then they go back to Memphis for their home opener on Saturday.
I mean, it's one of those teams. They're going to be one of those teams where they have a lot of really good, solid pieces, and then there's going to be guys who's playing now. When Gigi and them get back, they're going to have to sit. There's going to be some pissed off people.
they're a good coaching over there.
Yeah, like they basically have a 10, 11 man rotation. That's not a real thing because usually no one has that. They have that, and that's going to be the issue. Yeah, because of last year.
So you think it'll be these guys being salty as opposed
Hell
to...
yeah, it's kind of like the Knicks. It's kind of like the Knicks, but everybody healthy, and then you put all those guys back on the bench. Now you got this good ass squad. Someone's feelings is gonna be hurt.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yo, you think they should have kept old boy Memphis with the what's that, the defender?
Steven Adams?
No, what's his name? That was doing the
Brooks.
You think they should have kept Dylan Brooks?
He felt like the scapegoat for that squad.
I do.
Because it's tough and
Tony Allen for them.
yeah, he's the X factor for sure. That was a big bump for them.
He was like Lance Stevens.
Yeah. The reason I agree because Smart is where he would be, right? So you got the same guy but smaller.
Yeah, smaller.
Right? You kept a smaller version of it, right? So the only problem with Memphis is they still start Smart.
And Smart's just smart ball. That's Bane.
Smart, Bane, and Ja.
You needed Brooks size
You needed Brooks
to be able to guard LeBron.
Like
You're gonna guard big guys like that.
But he gonna do that dirty work.
But I'm saying it's really small. Like and then you got Pippen Jr.
He's
playing.
small too.
You got your lineup is small.
To a certain extent that you're going to have to start Zach Edey and Jerry Jackson.
Like I mean, if he was like Bane, Ja, Gigi, Jared, that's a hell of a squad. And then there was a Fati.
Yeah, Santi Aldama.
Udama with
27 piece in this
Mark
season.
coming off the bench.
No, that's the center.
He's forward.
7 foot.
Yeah. So he's coming off the bench.
He might.
He'll be all right.
He can start.
Over Iggy, right?
He can start.
I think he's up the bench.
But I'm saying don't.
He's two.
But I don't.
Depending on the matchup.
I can go both. But I mean,
Good. You can go back him at the 4.
You can. I would play around with it when everybody's up there. I will play with lineups. There will be games where
G.G. Jackson at the 3.
G.G. Jackson at 3, damn near G.G. Jackson at 2.
Oh, Dom.
Ja, G.G. because he's damn near guard like Jared at the 3, and then the 2 big fellas at the. All y'all just said picks. Let y'all do what you.
And Bane over there just.
Yeah, got 3. But him and Dylan, they would have been. There's a lot of spots in the West that I'm rocking with right now. Obviously, injuries and all that stuff will come into play, but
Lakers like top 7.
I like Houston now. I like Houston. I like San Antonio. I like all the teams that was struggling with the youth and all that. I think they starting to turn the corner with understanding how to compete in the NBA. And that's the first step. Just compete. Go out there and play hard. You're going to learn the game as you go. But as long as y'all start playing hard, the teams that were like, we didn't know they're going to be 10, 12, they creeping up like, yo, we trying to fight for this. Like, even like a team like Atlanta. You look at Atlanta and be like, man, they rebuilding. Hey, Trae Young ain't out there trying to rebuild.
Hey, man, listen, no.
He out there hooping.
I know that number 1 pick mad as hell.
Reece Sachet.
The number 2 pick start. Like I'm sitting here like, wait a minute. Like he's coming off the bench because how you lost, you got this pick thinking this is about to be some trades going on and then the spot opens up and you realize, oh no, we're still a playoff team. Yeah, my bad. Psych. Like, you the future. And then you're bringing them off the bench. Like,
Tough.
it was.
So, like, what was the point of drafting him? He available.
I thought it'd be.
Why they didn't trade?
I thought it'd be like a trade.
Trade that pick?
For who? Who wanted the pick? You think he would have went number 2? I'm just Sachet.
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you're bringing them off the bench, like.
Tough.
It was.
So, like, what was the point of drafting him? He available.
I thought it'd be.
Why they didn't trade?
I thought it would be like a trade.
Trade that pick? For who? Who wanted the pick? You think he would have went number 2? I'm just Sachet.
No, I'm just saying, like.
I mean, I would have given him. I think if he missed the number 1 pick, if Atlanta thinking, all right, he's gonna be the future, right? We're picking him number 1. If Atlanta don't pick him, I don't think anybody else is picking him number 1.
Nah, he would have went 2. Instead of Sars. Sars would have just
trade
went 3.
Young.
Them two French was going 1-2.
I don't know, man.
Because they would have just picked Sars and he would have went 2.
I just think that they both got picked based on everybody saying that you should pick them.
But
You should pick them.
But you gotta
2, and then Reed Shepard went 3. This a dude came off the bench in college. He went number 3. As a what? What is it? Freshman.
But you gotta remember,
he was a freshman.
But that's what I'm saying.
Your team was
Those guys,
right?
Yeah. But those guys,
it didn't pan out good for them. Atlanta down the stretch. He didn't come out to be the number 1, 2 pick, an all-star, all this. He was Marvin Williams. He's a role player.
Here we go. Now, if you're Atlanta, right, and you know your team is veterans, why would you waste the number 1 pick on that? You might as well have just went after Edie or Connect at that point, right? Because them as rookies coming in having to be good right now matches your team.
Yep.
Right?
They're old enough.
Right? So because you put him in a dark zone, like he could technically be a bust because when are you supposed to play him?
Exactly.
What year? Right? Just ride on the bench, play 15. But he's never going to get the confidence to become that. He's never going to turn over to be the starter. So the fact where you could have just went and got a 22-year-old, 23 veteran, right? Like with San Antonio Spurs with Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan wasn't a young kid coming in. He was an older guy. You can play right now.
I think everybody's so worried about passing up on something that could potentially down the line be something good.
They wasn't in a position. They was in a position to pick whoever they want.
You know what I'm saying? So the fear.
Like we can sit here like, all right, we don't need you.
But if you pass up those 2 freshmen and they end up being something like Wemby, you're like, dang, look what we had. And think about Vlade Divac. Man, we could have got Luka. Man, I messed it up. So everybody's fear of what could potentially happen down the line is what they all drafting on. Otherwise, you would have picked Edie number 1 or Connect number 2 or whatever. These are the best available players, the best.
No, but like let's say Houston. Houston got the number 1 pick and you don't pick him.
if they got the number 1 pick. Because you don't need him.
Yeah. You can keep
Next.
You can keep.
You get
Not
next. He's a 3.
Not you still picking young though. You're still trying to develop your core. They're old. Like in Atlanta's an older team. Right. So you want to get somebody like your young guy is 23. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, some of them teams, the oldest guy is 23.
That's crazy.
Let's say Darko went to Detroit. And to be honest, whoever they picked was fun. Right? Whoever they
Talked about that.
Melo, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Chris Kaman, Kirk Heinrich. There was really nobody that was gonna escape this guillotine.
Well, that's why
The only person that could have played right away for Detroit Pistons is LeBron.
But the difference
Because
is
he would have beat out Tayshaun Prince for that spot.
100% they moved it.
You think Larry Brown would have allowed that to happen?
Yeah, for sure. No, he would have because one, he's a passer. He knows how to play the right way, and he's gonna play deep. And he can play with the team. Melo was an offensive juggernaut at that time. Coming in, young boy, give me the ball. They would have bumped heads.
But that's why you don't pick a talent at that position when you already have enough talent. You pick up potential. That's why they picked Darko. If you think about it, you got Melo, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James on the board, and I got Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Richard Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace. We a championship contending team. Man, why would I go and mess up our chemistry getting a superstar who's going to complain on the bench and our media is going to be, why? Get the kid from overseas, nobody knows. Man, he can sit, we sit him for the next 3 years, see what this feel like, if we can win some, sit over here. Boom. This is perfect.
That's what I'm saying.
Perfect for that.
The fact that you don't need him and you're not going to use him would have been smarter to trade him.
Absolutely. On draft.
Those are the moves that makes your team. Right? You're winning the championship without the number 2 pick in the draft. You could have traded him for something that you need.
Absolutely.
Atlanta should have traded that trade if they're not going to use it in the next 2 years.
I agree.
Or he becomes a bust. Not because of him.
Yeah, because then he goes down the trajectory of trying to figure out how to play, where to play, find his game. That wasn't my stop. You looking like Wiseman, you're looking at Bagley, you're looking at all those
That
guys.
was the first thing I looked at. When I looked at it, I was like, Atlanta. That sucks.
Well, let's keep this thing moving. We'll stay on the path of guys coming back from injury. After missing most of the last 2 seasons while battling ankle injuries, former Rookie of the Year and All-Star LaMelo Ball gave Hornets fans a glimpse of what's to come if he can stay healthy in his first on-court action since this past January. So we got some Melo highlights to show. Melo helped the Hornets overcome an 18-point deficit against the Rockets in Houston, finishing the game with 34 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds.
We're going to reference him as the name that's on his birth certificate.
LaMelo homie
On this show.
came.
Okay?
Okay, I'm going to tuck my chain in the meantime.
We're going to reference him as what his mama named him on his birth certificate on this show. On this show. He's LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo LaFrance Ball.
At this point, we can just call them Ball. We'll know who
What's
everybody.
2 of them?
Yeah, but we'll know which one we're talking about. I'm going to say, yeah, we the one.
But he played great.
So LaMelo
At 30.
helped the Hornets overcome an 18-point deficit against the Rockets in Houston, finished the game 34 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 10 for 20 from the field, 10 for 10 from the line. LaMelo is the 3rd youngest player in league history with a 30-point, 10 assist game in the season opener, behind only Isaiah Thomas and Oscar Robertson. We also got to show some love to backup point guard Trey Mann, came off the bench, dropped 24 points in 29 minutes of action.
Shout out to Trey Man.
So after the win, the youngest Ball brother had a special message for the architect of Big Baller brand and showed some love to former four-time All-Star and current Hornets assistant, Kemba Walker.
What's that Whopper? You created these showstoppers, crunchy, saucy, tangy toppers. Can they beat the OG? Happy day, having your way.
Melo Ball played like the superstar here in game number 1. Getting his props from Kemba Walker. Let's send it over to Ashley.
LaMelo, the Hornets came back from an 18-point deficit. What inspired that
Before we
performance?
start Shout out to my dad's birthday. Pop's birthday, got the dub for him. You can start it out now.
We saw the handshake with Kimba. How much has he helped you prepare for this season?
Yeah, that's my brother right there. That's my dog. Like I said, he's in gang, I'm gang. Chilling all the time. With his family.
All right, LaMelo. Congrats on the win. Appreciate the time.
For sure. Appreciate you, man.
He is definitely the youngest.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely the youngest
He is
one.
definitely the youngest one. Don't give two fucks.
For everybody who remembers when Lonzo used to do the Facebook Lives back in the day, Melo was like 13 and 14. How wild he was acting over there. I knew he was going to be in the
LeVar used to have to whoop his ass. The one that used to get his ass whooped.
That's Jello. I think LaMelo was just, he was so little that he just under the radar.
He showed it on the Facebook. You can see LeVar is like, I gotta whoop your ass again. So I gotta take you in that back room again, boy. If you don't, what's wrong with you?
He's funny, man. I'm gang. We gang.
I fuck with
Everybody gang, right gang.
That's my man. Where my grill at? Pull the car around. Come on, man. Pull the car. In the arena. Bring it in here.
For sure. So like we mentioned, Melo missed most of the past 2 seasons dealing with ankle injuries. Before that was an all-star former rookie of the year. It's the Eastern Conference. Anybody can get to that 10th spot. What's LaMelo Ball's ceiling in the league when healthy? All-star for sure. Yeah. Do you think he's an all-NBA level player?
Oh, but think of if you include him in that list. You know how many players we have now? We have a lot.
Yeah,
You put him in there, it's like who you move out.
Yeah, you got to bump somebody.
You got to bump somebody.
He can turn into, he has the game to turn into superstardom. Right? He has the flashiness, he has the style, he has the personality. Like, it's just, he's in that.
Yeah, he scored that thing.
Yeah, he can score, he can pass, he can go to the line. He has the.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's entertaining.
Yeah.
And when healthy, he's must-see TV.
Yeah, you're going to see, there's going to be a 20 and 20 game from him. He's going to have those type of games.
But he's always been, man,
Always been, yeah.
since he was little. So the fact that that's a question, he has to show it now. I think that's
Just gotta be healthy.
the injury.
I mean, just healthy. Just healthy.
Think about the family though. Why is it that these 2 guys can't stay healthy?
Just feeds genetics.
It's just feeds genetics.
Like he said,
Style.
LeVar